Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, today we're just going to talk about some different options that you could play in Red Eyes. I've got a few maybe meta, a bit more control-y options, and we're just going to go through them and then discuss them and why I think maybe they're good or maybe why they're not. So we'll start it off with the one that I think is a fun option, and you could play it at a silly locals, but the burn version, sort of. So obviously Red Eyes has a lot of burn cards, so obviously this burns, Inferno Fire Blast burns, and then obviously Flare Metal burns. It's kind of like their thing without being their thing. So I think that it's not a very meta viable option, but it is just another option paired with things like it's a very old card, but we got things like Serial Spell. And how that works is obviously you'll summon your Black Comet Dragon with your Red Eyes Fusion, you'll use your Fire Blast, and then you'll chain your Serial Spell to it. Why this is not good is because then if you have any hand traps or anything, they'll be discarded from your hands. But anything like spells and traps, you would just set them before you activate this, realistically. And then this does gives you the option to burn basically your opponent. So obviously you summon this will send one. I recommend that you would send Red Eyes Soul. Then that would burn your opponent for 1,000. Your Infernal Fire Blast target Comet. This now does 3,500, and then this does a further 3,500 with this. So yeah, again, not the most meta option, but it is an option nevertheless. When we next have our fun locals, I'm going to take it to that and give it a go. But I just thought that you guys might want to know about the burn option. I will put some deck profile sort of things up now for each individual deck that I do or suggest, just as an option of what you could play if you want it, just as a little look as you would. Then another option is Kashtira. So obviously with Unicorn now coming to 3, they're all 7s. They go into XZ's play, so it's easier to make Flare Metal, and then you don't need to use your normal summon, right? So you can still do Black Metal, so you could still normal summon your Black Metal Dragon. So there are still quite a few plays that you can do this. I would say this is more of a control-y build again, because your Red Eyes stuff would maybe make a Flare Metal and a Sphere Mode or something like that, and then you would maybe end with a Fenrir and a Unicorn on board as well. So those are the options. Obviously I think that would be quite a very control-y build. People are playing that. I might give it a go, depends on how my next list goes. You haven't seen that yet, that's coming up after this video. But yeah, just another option is obviously the Fenrirs, or Kashtira should I say, is another solid option for you. I should put these back down in view a little bit more. Yeah, so have those as options. Next ones is more of a combo-y way to play, and that would obviously be quick launch. Obviously everything is it's a dragon deck, so it's just a good way to play. So you could just minimize the package by playing this, and this would give you an extra Omni Negate, and obviously this is you can make this quite big to attack over things. So again, it's just a more combo-y way to play. You could obviously then try to incorporate things like Borrowland Dragon, and maybe make it really dragon combo-y. The reason why I don't like that particular is because then you're not really playing Red Eyes as much. You are basically just playing a dulled down version of Dragon Link. So that's why I haven't opted for these, but they are again another fun option for you guys to try out. So move those there. Next, obviously this is more of a fun, I'm actually just going to move these, they're in the way. So another option is Dogmatica. Now maybe not the most like medical, or maybe a bit more of a surprising one because they don't really synergize. Fleur de Lis is an 8, Maximus is an 8. It locks you out from the extra deck and stuff, but if you do things like black metal first, and I can show you a combo where you can end with sphere mode and flare metal, you can then activate your Nadir Servant or summon your Ecclesia to get a Fleur de Lis and a punishment set, which gives you an extra 2 interruptions on your opponent's turn. So it's just another option that can just help control the matchup a little bit more. So you could, in theory, end with a sphere mode, a black flare dragon, and then obviously a couple of interruptions through the Dogmatica stuff. So I'll pop a list up as well for this one, just so you can see while I'm speaking about it, but it is just another option that you could play and just be a more controlled build. So there's that one. And then for like the final one that I'm going to showcase, there are a few more. Obviously you can play just like normal rank 7s, or just like splash them with like the dragon rulers being back in the meta now. So you could be able to play those, or just play pure red eyes just to have fun with it. But another option is kind of another control build, but the adventurer stuff. So what I think is good about the adventurer stuff is, again, this can help you go second, because Draco Bat can obviously bounce a card, and this will bait a lot of interaction. So it will help you go second, and then obviously going first you'll be able to set up a negate. If you play the illegal knight, then that's a double bounce. I think the Griffin is actually a 7 as well, so there is some synergy there if you wanted to do that. But I think this would be another control build. Can help be good going first, but as well can be really good to help you break a board going second, because you're just going to bait everything out that they have with your adventurer stuff, and then you can maybe go through the red eyes stuff. Also keep in mind that obviously you can't activate the effects of normal summoned monsters. Black Metal Dragon doesn't activate when it's summoned, so it's only when it goes to graveyard. So you actually play around a lot, like it actually fits really well together. And yeah, maybe this is a little bit forgotten, but now maybe it's going to be better, especially with Rise Heart gone. It doesn't really matter, we're not going to get things banished, so obviously they're going to go to graveyard, and then we're going to get all of our effects. So yeah, that was kind of like the last option. It wasn't obviously too long a video, it's just like a few suggestions. It wasn't meant to be like absolutely outrageous, but yeah, let me know what you play in your decks. What builds do you prefer? Do you prefer the burn build? Do you play with the rockets? Do you play a more build similar to what I played last, where you play more bestials? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, I did say that I do read them. I do have a look. And yeah, just looking for suggestions to try and make this and build this, make Red Eyes better together. Hopefully in 2024, this year we can get some good Red Eyes support. Something that we really need. We probably need a better extra deck monster, something that we can end on that's not Dragoon. So because Dragoon is quite hard to make in Red Eyes unless you just Red Eyes Fusion, but then that's all you're doing. So maybe they can make something for us that way, or maybe another special summon or another better normal summon. But yeah, hopefully they can do something for us. But again, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.